Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So for today's video I'm going to be showcasing some slightly forgotten champions, maybe slightly underused lately, champions that are extremely old in the game but still can carry you through a lot of content. This video is mainly intended for medium level players who might not have enough god tier champions to carry them through event quests at the same time as Alliance War and Alliance Quest is going on. Everybody probably remembers the annoying feeling that you have while you're waiting until your best champions get unlocked from Alliance Quest and Alliance War, and so you can actually use them in the content you want to clear. So our team is consisting of Quake, Hawkeye, Thor, Black Widow, and Hulk. The Thor in the team is interchangeable. We can swap him with Luke Cage, Dr. Voodoo, and several other champions. The main point there is that Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Quake increase your ability accuracy for 15% for all your champions. It also includes your stuns and pretty much any other effects. It also has a slight power gain synergy, and it also has a kind of unique synergy that works for Quake and Black Widow that increases their abilities even further. Anyways, by adding Hulk to that team, every single special you launch has a 25% chance to inflict stun. Obviously that still is increased by your synergy in between Hawkeye and Quake by 15%, and so all four of them really synergize well together. Basically they increase your ability accuracy and give you a chance to stun on your special attacks. So that works extremely well with any single champion that already has a high chance to stun on their special attacks, and then essentially you can just kind of go into a stun train. So that's why the Thor is there. The important thing to mention that all the champions that create this synergy all together are still extremely good and usable. You have good bleed damage and good power control in Hawkeye. You have Quake, which is just absolutely amazing and able to deal with so many different things. You have Black Widow, whose biggest problem by herself is that she doesn't have 100% ability accuracy reduction, defensive ability accuracy reduction, but with this setup she essentially gets back to her 100%, and she's pretty much your old good Black Widow that bypasses all your evaders and auto blockers and so on. So you have your Black Widow, you have Hawkeye, you have Quake, and then you have Hulk that can just stun for days. He almost never misses a stun on his special one, and so long as you have Fury active, you can get a full hit combo during your stun period and start a new combo. So you're going to be able to chain stun 10-15 you're going to be able to chain stun 10-15 times, and that's just extremely nuts. Obviously that is kind of like RNG based. There are going to be times when you fail, but even if you do, you still have the rest of your team left. So it's just a kind of like carefree, easy way to play. That's another reason why I'm making this video, is because with this team you really do not need like a kind of high skill cap. You do not have to focus and like kind of play your best. You're still allowed to make mistakes. All the champions are usable. There's no kind of dead weight in the team, and for many fights you're just gonna be stun locking opponents and clearing them that way. So we have 4 or 5 really great champions that are somewhat forgotten in the shadow of your rank 4s and rank 5s. They work even better together, and they provide you with like an easy quest theme that doesn't require you to focus too much. And I absolutely love this synergy team. Also, it's worth mentioning that every single champion in this synergy team is from year 2016 and before that. So vast majority of the players will have these champions already, and most of them probably ranked up, just that they will be collecting dust and not being utilized too much. And that's why I like this team so much. It's kind of like a bit of a ragtag collection of scraps, but they just complement each other so well and work so good together and provide you with extremely huge amount of tools to deal with anything that comes your way. Only thing that's really missing from there is kind of like bleed immunity, but you can get that if you swap out Thor for Luke Cage. Luke Cage is also an excellent addition in the team instead of Thor, because You can do your stun chains and just play easy, happy-go-lucky. And if you mess up, or if that stun fails to proc, or if you simply run out of power to keep stunning them, you can eat that level 3 and Luke Cage's Indestructible is going to trigger and you're going to be right back where you started. Just shoot your special one off and keep going at it. And for like your vast majority of opponents, that is going to be enough to kill them. Because yeah, this is uncollected quest. We're playing fairly sloppy. We have Suicide Zone, so we're taking more damage, but we're still clearing it at a good pace. There's not too many fights left after this one, and we're gonna be done. I think there's gonna be one annoying sentinel, if I remember correctly, and I will give you guys that one. I will be using Quake, and that is not an easy thing to play against stun immune opponents with Quake. That is a bit of a learning curve. But as a general rule, you just get much easier time playing this setup than you normally do using these champs by themselves. Also, the fact that you have a chance to stun on your special attacks, which is about 1 in 3 chance, and by doing that you just get another easy in, you can carry on your combos, and it's just a overall fairly enjoyable experience and fun time playing. I definitely do enjoy all of these champions in this team, and I remember myself using this team in order to clear a lot of content. Even already when rank 4s were out, because I just like playing with them. It's fun. I don't have to constantly change my team because individually and all together they cover a lot of tools required to clear your content. As I mentioned before, you have power control, you have ability reduction, you have Quake, you have great damage in Thor and Hulk as well, and you have stun trains that you can keep going without like focusing too much. And yeah, I just find this to be extremely enjoyable, fun team, so I decided I'm gonna share it with you guys, and hopefully you guys like using these champions as well, especially in this team setup, and I hope it's gonna carry you through a lot of content. So we're nearly gonna be done with our Sentinel fight. There's gonna be some really sloppy Havoc gameplay, but again, we're gonna kill that Havoc even playing extremely poorly, and that's in a good speed without using any items, and for most part, what more can you ask? So you clear content fast, you do not have to kind of bend over backwards playing it, and you don't use any items, and that's all getting done with my 4 stars and rank 3 5 stars. So I definitely still like this team, and I think more people should be using this team out when they go set out for questing. So as I mentioned before, this Havoc gameplay is going to be fairly sloppy. I think the first fight's going to go fine, and the second fight is going to be horrible with Hulk. But anyway, so what are we going to do with Thor? We do not want to focus too much on what Havoc can do. We're just going to get to our level 1 and we're going to stun him and just deal as much damage as we can. We have Suicide Zone, we have good damage going for us. So we should have probably used our level 1 there. We got a bit greedy, so we have to wait his level 2. But that wouldn't have been necessary if I just started using my specials earlier. So our stun timer is long enough for us to do a full hit combo and start another one. So we're getting back nearly a bar of power. Because remember, we have a power gain synergy active with us. And yeah, here Havoc's passive damage kind of like killed us. It's not a big deal. He's already halfway down. We used like our half health Thor. So that's not too bad at all. Here with Hulk, I'm gonna be making a few sloppy mistakes, and that's kind of the point as well. It's worth mentioning that I wasn't even trying to play this kind of like perfectly, just to show that you can still play sloppy, still use these champions, and still get your content done. So you do not have to be like super good player to do that. And you can see I missed my special. It's actually quite weird. I don't think I did anything wrong, but I probably did. So you have to be careful that you do land your specials in time, and here I did it twice in a row and then I got a hit. So that's Havoc killing us, but we still have our champions with health left. We're just gonna finish him with Quake. Not a big thing. Clearly not the best gameplay you guys have seen, but that's kind of the point. it gets the job done, and that's all that you need. And next clip is going to be from Uncollected Difficulty 3.2 quest. I know many people have been struggling against the Aspect of War Hyperion. There have been some complaints on forums, and people have been asking for help in line rooms. So here, essentially, what is a really hard fight, if you do not have the right tools for job, we're just gonna make dead simple. We are just gonna stun him to death, because Thor still deals great amount of damage. He's gonna be under stun, and we're gonna do what we want. It is worth mentioning that some people might not know that if opponent throws a heavy attack and you punish him after that, that's going to take away the Unstoppable from Aspect of War. That is extremely useful against opponents that have Spite on, that have Power Gain on, and opponents that have like really quick kind of heavy attacks. So it's just another one of those little things that it's good to know. But yeah, see, 47 hits and Hyperion's down. That was not hard at all. So now we have swapped our mastery setup, and we have swapped out Thor against Dr. Voodoo. And Dr. Voodoo gets absolutely mentally bananas crazy good with these synergies. And as we go through the video, I'm going to explain exactly why. First thing that we can notice is that we do get a good amount of laws going. We get more because of our Hawkeye and Quake synergy, because every champion has 15% increased ability accuracy. Obviously that works in conjunction with Dr. Voodoo's signature. So for us, that means he's going to have a bigger option to bypass nodes like Masochism. You're going to see that Masochism didn't trigger. And that also means we have better chance to stun on our specials, especially if we're on even combo. And that also means that his odd combo is going to extend our stun if it's going to activate. So I think you're going to get a pretty good showcase of that in this video. So I think without suicides, the only thing that we have on here is that we have Mystic Dispersion, and we also have that mastery, I completely blanked the name, that decrease the enemy health and power gain when they are under stun effect, because they're going to be stunned a lot. You can see already we trigger the stun on our special attack, and we are 19 hits in, and the Proxima is almost dead. And again, we use our special attack, and Proxima goes stunned. So thanks to Voodoo's signature ability, the synergy of Hawkeye and Quake, and obviously the synergy in between Black Widow, I believe, and Hulk, we get a really good chance to stun our opponents with special attacks on Voodoo on top of all champions, and that just makes him so much better. So here our opponent is Venom, and obviously we're going to have a field day with him because he's just going to be giving us buffs all the time. But anyways, base point is get to your level 1, shoot your first special, he gets stunned, we have decent amount of poisons on already, you can get a combo in there, and we can just keep going at him. If we trigger the stun on odd combo, the stun is extremely long, we can get in like 2 combos in that time. And I'm sure some of you already knew about this, but I just figured that many newer players might not have seen this about, because it has been a great deal amount of time since I had seen anything about these synergies, and I am hoping that this might help some of you. So here we're going to be using Voodoo against a poison immune opponent, which is obviously not ideal, but still we get most of the benefits of our stuns and power control and things like that. So here we can see our first special attack opponent's already stunned. We get in a free combo, easy. We're nearly at level 2 already. And so here we go for our level 2. Stun doesn't trigger, but we get our power control buffs going. And here we shoot level 1, stunned again, another free combo. It's just so easy to use, so easy to play, and it can definitely clear difficult content even now, despite the fact that these are just 4 stars, and all of these champions are like from 2016 and before that. So nothing difficult there, no huge skill requirement. You do not have to be particularly focused, and try and keep a track of whether Voodoo is on even or odd combo. The base idea is you just hit them, spam your specials, they're going to be stunned a lot, and you can get a lot of special attacks and free hits in. So Electra, she doesn't have any of her own buffs. It's fine because we get more laws stacked with Voodoo now than we normally would. We get the easy stun in. Here the stun doesn't trigger. It's still cool. Bait out the special too. Another special of ours, stun activates, and this one is with extended duration, so we're gonna get 2 free combos in. And what can you say? It's easy game, easy life. Voodoo is definitely like on steroids with these synergies. And if you like using Voodoo, if you did not know about this, well, then you're welcome, and I can guarantee you your Voodoo will seem like completely different champion. And here's another like easy Black Panther fight. I don't think it has any node zone on this one. The previous ones were with brute force, and that never came into play. As you saw, we always get our ins extremely quickly. We never kind of worried about baiting special attacks. If we had to, we did 1 or 2, and that's about it. Here is a little slip up, which is again another great side of using Voodoo for your generic questing, because he can take that chip damage and easily heal up. Here, even though he's already on 2 bars of power, we're just going completely aggro. We get to our level 2 because we got 2 combos in, we get another stun in, we get super power control going. We're poisoning him. Okay, here we're gonna bait out special 2 and the fight's already nearly done. Another special attack, no stun this time, but it doesn't matter because he's nearly dead. It's so easy to play. That is the main thing that I wanted to say. Like, if you use this team exactly, or if you swap your Voodoo for Luke Cage, your Thor, depending on like what you want to do, depending what's your mastery setup, you're gonna have an extremely solid team that has a lot of applications, and most importantly, that's extremely easy and fun to use. The keyword here also being fun. Obviously, this setup does not really work in Alliance War or Alliance Quest, because there you are limited only to 3 champions, and you kind of need at least 4 of them. But yeah, so Sabertooth boss, he had like huge regeneration going on for him, and Voodoo doesn't care about it. He just poisons him, keeps him stunned, keeps him essentially power drained, power locked. And here we stun him again, and we just keep going at him. And that was extremely simple. And our next clip I have loaded up is again your Aspect of War Hyperion. We are gonna make some mistakes, and we're gonna get a bit lucky with our RNG, but we're gonna get him down with the 4-star Voodoo. And that's not even going to be a hard fight, even though we're going to make mistakes. But it's a simple fight just because how often we stun him and the fact that we have all our power locking and gaining options going on for us. And I do believe, like, my mistake in this fight was that I shot my L2 too late and I hit it in his block, so I nearly lost it. But we got a bit lucky with our stun triggers and we pulled it back out. Anyways, that's gonna be pretty much it for this video. That's me done rambling about. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you knew about this team, feel free to leave a like for kind of reminding you. If you did not know and you want to try this out, please do. If you want, please share, like, and subscribe. I'll be back soon with yet another video. And I really hope you guys enjoyed your time on my channel. See you guys next time.